Good morning. Myself Vaani Anand. Today I'm going to speak about one of the most famous woman entrepreneur, that is Kiran Mazumdar. Telling briefly about this Kiran Mazumdar, she was the executive chairperson and founder of Biocon Limits and Biocon Biological Limits, and was also the former chairperson of Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Now let me explain who is this Kiran Mazumdar in detail. Kiran Mazumdar was born on 23rd March 1953 to a Gujarati parents in Bangalore. Her education was also took place in Bangalore from Bishop Cotton Girls High School, and later she attended the Mount Carmel College, a women's college which gives a pre-university education. She studied biology and zoology and got graduation in zoology from Bangalore University. Actually, Mazumdar wished to go to a medical school, but unfortunately she couldn't attain a scholarship. Her father, Mr. Rajendra Mazumdar, was the head brewmaster of United Breweries. He suggested to Mazumdar that she could study fermentation science and become a brewmaster, which was very non-traditional field for women. Mazumdar went to Melbourne University in Australia and studied malting and brewing. And the very interesting fact was she was the only woman who enrolled in the brewing course, and she topped in her class, and she got a degree in brewing course in 1974. Mazumdar worked as a trainee in many companies from 1975 to 1977. Later, she was thinking of the possibilities of expanding or advancing her career in Bangalore or Delhi, but unfortunately, she was told that she could not hire as a brewmaster in India because it was a men's work. Then later she started off thinking her opportunities in abroad, and she was offered a position in Scotland. Before Mazumdar could move, she met Leslie Hopkins, the founder of Biocon Biological Limited, Ireland. This Biocon Biological Limited is a company which produces enzymes that is used for brewing, food packing and textile industry. Actually, he was looking for a partner in India to help him to establish an Indian subsidiary to supply him with the paints. And Mazumdar agreed to do that work with several conditions. After a brief period as a trainee in Biocon Biological Limited, Ireland, she decided to learn more about business. So Mazumdar came back to India and she started Biocon India in 1978 with a seed capital of rupees 10,000. Although it was a joint venture, the 70% of the company belonged with Mazumdar. Initially, she had to face many challenges because of her youth, her gender, and untested business mold. And she could not also find funding for her company at the early stages of her business. Later, she met a banker at a social event which made her to get her first financial backing for her company. And she placed her first employee was a retired garage mechanic, and she built her first unit in just a 3,000 square feet shed. She also faced many technical issues associated with trying to build a Biocon business in a country with a poor infrastructure. But step by step, she developed her company, and at the end of her first year, she bought 20 acres of land with a plan of expanding it in future. And this Indian Biocon company was able to manufacture enzymes and export it to US and Europe. And it became the first Indian company to do so. Mazumdar spearheaded Biocon evolution from an industrial enzyme manufacturing company to a fully integrated biopharmaceutical company. In 1984, Kiran developed a research and development team at Biocon. The company's major expansion came in 1987, and in 1989, Biocon became the first biotech company to receive US funding for developing their technologies. And in 1990, Mazumdar incorporated Biocon Biopharmaceutical Private Limited to manufacture and market. Later, Mazumdar could achieve a partnership with Unilever, and that helped the Biocon company to establish a global best practice and quality system. And the Biocon became the first biotechnological company in India to issue an IPO. Mazumdar always believed in affordable innovations, and she always looked for low cost alternatives and cost effective techniques. And slowly, the Biocon company started to expand their branches in different areas of the world, and Biocon became the Asia's largest insulin producer company. And the revenue of Biocon gradually increased from 50 crores in 1998 to 500 crores in 2004. In 2014, Biocon invested 10% of its revenue to research and development. And the Biocon company also filed at least 950 patent applications based on its research activity. And Biocon company became the India's largest pharmaceutical company at that time. The death of Mazumdar's best friend Miss Neelima and her husband's illness and also the death of her mother due to cancer motivated Mazumdar to support cancer research and treatment. So in 2009, Mazumdar established 1,400 bed cancer care centers in the name of Mazumdar Shah Medical Foundation. Mazumdar Shah is a member of Board of Governors of Indian School of Business and also a team member of the board of MIT USA. And she was also a past team member of the Board of Government of Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. And as of 2014, Mazumdar Shah became the first woman to be the head of the Board of Governors of IIM Bangalore. And she is a independent director of the Board of Emphasis, and she is also a member of the General Body of Maharashtra State Innovation Society. Okay, now I have explained who is this Kiran Mazumdar Shah is. What a bold and inspiring lady, right? So do you think that Mazumdar done everything in her life is just for a reason that she want to become an entrepreneur? No, not at all. She done every single thing in her life is to fulfill her dream that she want to be remembered in each and every single person's mind. She want to remember as someone who put India on the scientific map of the world in the terms of large innovations, and she want to be remembered for making difference in India's global healthcare, and also she want to remember as someone who made difference in the social economic development of India. And of course she succeeded in it. As I said before, she have to face many challenges. She faced many failures, but she didn't give up. Her mantra is that failures are temporary, but giving up is permanent. So don't give up in any chance. And yes, this is what that I want to say all about Kiran Mazumdar Shah. So let me conclude. Thank you.